maybe you've heard of it before. It's Yiddish for crazy. And if you know anything about Jewish women, sometimes they, and by they I mean we can take crazy to a whole other level. It's a word I often associate with my life growing up surrounded by the love of Jewish women, my mother being one of them, but the true Meshugana kicked in with my maternal and paternal grandmothers, Granny and Grandma, lovingly known as the original Yentas. Oy vey. We're in for a ride. Now, for those of you who are not familiar with what a Yenta is, it's a busybody, a meddler, someone who is full up in your business, and these women truly fit the bill. My childhood is bursting with Meshugana moments with the Yentas. Shopping trips to Alexander's for bras. The Yentas were well endowed, and I took after them. Scratch that. I take after them. But as a teen, so uncomfortable with my own skin and mortified about the ladies, my grandmothers were the opposite, and they were so not shy whenever we were in a store. I think she needs a bigger size. Are you sure, Ida? I don't know, let me get a closer look. Oh, Mama, this is beautiful. Having a large chest is nothing to be ashamed of. I can still feel my face turning all sorts of red as I tried to hide among the return racks in the dressing room. Then there were our vacations to the Catskills, the resorts that were the inspiration behind the Dirty Dancing movies, except at the time we were going, it was the 80s. So picture this, a sea of Jewish women with lots of blue eyeshadows, big ass shoulder pads, and lots of rave hairspray. Oh, and the Yentas, yeah, they were the ones trying to stuff the dinner rolls and the sweet and low packages into their oversized alligator pattern, fall leather burgundy pocketbooks. It was truly a sight to see. Then there were all these bizarre rules that the Yentas had. Looking back now, I know many of the Yenta rules were based on things that they had been told as young girls, passed on from generation to generation. Jewish folklore, so to say. But I grew up believing that these were totally real rules, never to be broken, like ever. Rule number 1, no walking barefoot in the house. It's bad luck, my grandmother would say. I could have brought on a mini Armageddon if I took my socks off when I got home from school. Even a glimpse of bare skin and my soft-spoken grandmother would scream, "Schlemazel! Do I see toes? Have you lost your mind? What are you doing?" Rule number 2, driving a red car means you get pulled over 10 times more than other cars. Without fail, every time we passed a red car, getting pulled over by a cop, sure enough, one of the Yentas would turn to me and say, "You see? You see that? That's a red car. You know what that means? It means higher car insurance. Do you want to pay higher car insurance?" Grandma, I'm 8. I'm 8. Rule number 3, you only drink coffee with milk. Not black, not with sugar, just milk. When I tried coffee for the first time, I thought, this shit is gross. Why do you drink this? And then I went to college, and I discovered people were using sugar and exotic creamers, and I was like, wait, this is pretty good. And I remember looking over my shoulder and saying, am I even allowed to do this? Wait. And then there was this weird obsession with the number 18, which I've learned is chai, the Hebrew word for life, and it's considered good luck. But as a teenager, your grandmother handed you $18, and you're like, what the hell happened to the other $2? You couldn't have sprigged for the full 20 bucks? Really, some days I think it's a miracle I survived my childhood and that I'm standing here at all. But don't worry, my therapist is in the audience today, and she says we're making really good progress. The Yentas are the voices I hear in my head. They're loud and insistent, especially when I'm trying to recreate Jewish traditions with my own family. The best traditions, of course, revolve around food. Now, I know what you're thinking. Us Jews aren't really known for our cuisine, right? Italians, Asians, Central Americans, oh my God, yum. Our claim to fame is matzah and lox, because nothing says mouth-watering like a cold, salty fish and a dry, large cracker. Woo! And don't get me started on gefilte fish, the jellied shit that you see nowadays in a jar. Yeah, that's really great. By the way, growing up, my grandmother made gefilte fish with real fish, meaning leading up to the Jewish holidays, you would find different types of live fish swimming in her bathtub. Because, I mean, where else do you keep live fish, right? Nothing scares the shit out of you more than going to the bathroom at Grandma's and forgetting about the live fish. I ran out of there with my pants around my ankles on more than one occasion. And in case you're wondering, I am forever scarred because I still walk into people's bathrooms and open up the shower curtains before I sit down to pee. I swear I can still hear those fish swimming around, the sloshing and the splashing. They're permanently stuck in my head. But to me, food means family and faith, traditions, something that these women instilled in me from birth. Yes, even the fish. My mom's mom, AKA my granny, was famous for saying, "Mama Shana, come have a nosh," which, scary enough, translates to, "Little mother, come have a bite to eat." Not creepy at all, no. But to me, hearing her high-pitched, squeaky voice utter these words is nothing but pure love. If I close my eyes, I can still vividly picture her. She's wearing her ornate pink and green apron, and it's stained with whatever she had been cooking that day. And she's chasing me around with her tasting spoon, yelling, Kimmy, where are you? They're almost done, and I made an extra batch for you." I smell butter and cinnamon and raisins, and I know a fresh batch of her famous rugelach are coming my way. Recipes were something both Granny and Grandma kept very close to the vest. Both happy to have me come cook with them, we made baked apples, matzo balls, and krepla, which is essentially the Jewish version of a Chinese dumpling. They carefully explained their process as they went along, sharing stories of the past and allowing me to ask questions. But I swear, they both intentionally left out an ingredient or two. Different ingredients each time we cooked together. It was their way of keeping their secret recipes, well, secret. It's something that haunts me to this day, not having their recipes to enjoy, but also to pass along to future generations, which is all a bit mashugana if you ask me. Yet all of these quirks and these wives' tales and strong personalities are the keys to my foundation, the building blocks laid by those who came before me and truly loved me. It's not by chance that I ended up in public relations. These women gave me the gift to schmooze, the chutzpah to back it up, as well as the mashugana. Without a doubt, I am extremely proud to be a Yenta. Yiddish Cliff Notes will be made available to everyone after the show, so you can all look back and figure out what the hell was she talking about, and you will have a good laugh on the way home. A happy early Mother's Day to all of you other Yentas out there. Wear that title proudly, because I sure as hell do.